What's up, everybody? It's your boy A.P.BLACK. I'm back once again, baby. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm out here. I'm just enjoying a little bit of this beautiful rain we've been getting and chilling, man. And something about this weather, I don't really know why, but I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about forgiveness. It's something that I've been dealing with a lot in 2018, and just in the past, maybe I want to say probably like 4 or 5 years, or everybody's life. You got to deal with forgiveness, man. At some point, you got to learn how to love people, despite feeling like you've been hurt. You got to learn how to just be who you are in this world and let people be who they are. So I kind of wanted to talk about that and just like go over some of the things that I've gone through, some of the biggest challenges that I've had with forgiveness, and hope that you guys get something from it. But before, I want to say, it's a great day for peace, prosperity, and harmony. And, forgiveness is the way to all three. So thanks for fucking with me. First off, I just wanted to say, one of the biggest things about forgiveness that I had to overcome, or I guess learn about in my journey, was just that forgiveness starts with yourself, So to be able to forgive somebody else, you got to be able to look past your own faults, your own fears, and expectations of what you want for you, because that's where it all starts. You know what I mean? Like self-hate and what people have been saying about the only way to love somebody else is if you love yourself. It's the same with forgiveness. The only way you can forgive someone else is if you start to forgive yourself, is if you come to terms with who you are and you're okay with that. I've dealt with some traumatizing experiences, just much like everybody else has, having people just up and flex on me and just be like, well, no, I don't want to be around you no more, or I don't want to be your friend. Relationships ended, you know what I mean? And for whatever reason, I've always been in a place within myself where I was just like, well, I'm not going to let that affect me to the point where if somebody was to come back into my life, I can't forgive them. Don't get me wrong, that's not to be confused with being, completely naive and just taking someone back who shouldn't be in your life, because there is a difference. But even being able to forgive somebody doesn't mean that they have a place in your life anymore, but that you can forgive them and let go of whatever hurt that may have taken place. Being able to forgive myself, for me, it was tough at first, because I'm a person who's a perfectionist, or I'm an ex-perfectionist, as a matter of fact. Lately I've been just like teaching myself to go with the flow, or, let things be what they are. So instead of being all hyped up about getting things perfect, I'll just be like, yo, if I try my best, that's cool. If it's the most authentic thing that I can put out there, that's even in the studio. Like, I used to rewrite verses 3, 4, 5 times just because I was like, yo, I want it to be the illest verse and this and that. And now I'm in the studio and I just did a song with another artist. I didn't even write the verse before I went into the studio. I wrote it in the studio in probably 15, 20 minutes, recorded it. I haven't even listened to that song again. And that's something that's freeing, you know what I mean? Like, to be in that position where you don't gotta go over something that you did 30 times to make sure that it's the right way, and you're cool with it just being what it is. That's free, man. And if you can get yourself in that position, it'll help you to be able to forgive. Sometimes it comes after the fact, but hey, if you can do one, it'll help the other, My dad was someone that I had to forgive for sure. Being in the position that I was in, my dad, he left when I was 3, and he never came back. We never had a relationship or anything like that, and that was hurtful for me. Growing up at any point in age without a father, it's tough. People lose parents, they die, whether it's they just leave and never come back, or whether or not it's other circumstances involved. It's hurtful as a child to grow up and realize that you're not in the same position as most people. I was very angry as a kid. I had a lot of hostility in me. I had a lot of shit that I never really dealt with when I was younger, because I didn't know how, for one. And two, I didn't even know what I was experiencing until I got older, until I went to therapy. And so I started talking about the issues, which is extremely hard to do. But in forgiving him, it helped me to learn how to be happy with who I am. You know, taught me that some people who leave your life aren't leaving because they hate you. They don't leave you because they're, you know, against anything. To this day, I don't know why my dad left. I know that the relationship that him and my mom had wasn't the best relationship. And that's because I remember a lot of things from early on, even when I was 3 years old. I remember they used to argue. I remember my dad was abusive. I remember he was an alcoholic. But I also remember, and I know now, that he's human. You know, people deal with things differently. So I forgave him. You know, I forgave myself for the anger and the hostility I felt towards him. And that helped, because when I got older, around the time when I was 18 to 20, I started looking for him. You know, I started trying to find him, like, just to, you know, reconnect. There's a whole side of you that you don't know. You don't have a father around, or a parent around in general. So I know some people lose their moms. You know, some people, their moms leave and never come back. Some people don't have either parents. So that helps once you can connect with that side of who you are. And fortunately for me, I was able to. So I was able to find my dad, you know, talk to him about some things, man to man, and you know, introduce him to my children. Well, I had one child that I did introduce him to recently. And it was something that was amazing, because it showed the amount of growth that I had in my life, as well as the amount of you know, forgiveness that I had. Because to go from the polar opposite of, oh, fuck him, I'm never going to talk to him, I don't care if I ever see him, I don't care if he dies, all these other things, you know, that I was feeling at the time when I was young, to really try and build a relationship with someone who you felt hurt you is an amazing feeling to experience that growth. And I feel like I'm better for it, because now I'm not walking around holding that baggage, that bitterness that I was previously holding. And like I said, that comes back to that feeling of freedom that I was mentioning earlier, about being in the booth and being able to just say, all right, it is what it is, and walking away. It's the same thing. And I think that's an overall theme about forgiveness, is that forgiveness normally equates to freedom. You know, you forgive people, you let these things go, and you let it be what it is. You can walk around with a light heart. And that's what I feel like I have right now. I feel like my heart is light as a feather. I feel like that has helped me in so many ways, where now I used to have serious heart problems. And, you know, I was like 400 something pounds, and that's part of it as well. But like, think about the amount of baggage that I was carrying, just not being able to forgive somebody. You know, that affected my health just as well as my weight. But, you know, that's another thing about the freedom that I was talking about, is just being free. That really changes your perspective on life. When that freedom came into my life, it gave me the ability to let go of other things that were holding me back. It gave me the ability to be more open about things that I wasn't going to be open about. Like, whether it's like the fact that I'm polyamorous, or the fact that, you know, I was not on a good path with my health, you know, and now being able to share these things with people openly, and maybe not have all the discussion, because I don't really like talking to people about too much shit, but you know, at least being able to be like, yeah, I'm polyamorous, and yeah, I had health issues, and yeah, I'm doing these things now. I'm sharing videos online about being vegan because it helped me. So that's just the difference that it made for me, and I just wanted to share that. So I don't really have much else to say. I just wanted to talk about forgiveness and how it's helped me and changed my life. So thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that today is a great day for peace, prosperity, and harmony. And I hope you're receiving all three. It's your boy, A.P. Fuck 'em. I love y'all, man. Peace.